Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I am previewing the 2025 Toronto FC season. We are here. We are ready. Not this Saturday, but the Saturday after we begin the season for MLS. And all they're playing this year is MLS, Can Champ, and possibly the playoffs, depending on how things go. No Leagues Cup, of course, no CONCACAF, and of course, nothing else outside of Canadian Championship, MLS, and possibly playoffs because of that fact. So, Toronto FC playing at least 35 games this year. Of course, just two under what 2023 was. Of course, with the fact of no Leagues Cup. Hopefully, they play bare minimum, in my eyes, would be 40 games. 40 games played. Hopefully, it's 41 or 42, depending on where they make the playoffs. You want them to get over 40 games. I think that's what we all want. Because 40 games would be all MLS to the final of the Can Champ. That's bare minimum for me, truthfully. You would want to win that final, but can they do that? I say, yeah. I think they can play more than bare minimum. I mean, bare minimum for me is winning the Canadian Championship. And at least being, last year was basically just outside the playoffs. They were above the playoff line for every match day until the last couple hours of their mathematical contention to be in the playoffs. Even after they lost to Miami, they were still above the playoff line until DC knocked them out of it, and they didn't play decision day, so that was that. But I believe Robin Fraser's a better manager. I believe he will truly get more out of the squad that he has this year. Going in, even without moves we possibly will make. Yes, Theo Corbeanu got signed on loan for a season. That's the biggest move they've made. Thiago Andrade was traded to the club, but of course he chose to go to a Japanese club, and then Theo Corbeanu came in. Other than that, Jack Price, trialing with the club, very good midfielder, but the problem is we still have Coelho and Davy Flores. Maybe if there's injuries, Jack Price will show up. That would be okay, though. He's better than Longstaff. So there you go. Looks like TFC, they said a couple of days ago that it'd be 48 to 72 hours to them getting a striker, a midfielder, probably a cam, and defender. That did not happen, of course. But do I believe that will happen before the start of the season? Yes, I do. I think they were a little bit bullish on the time frame, but I do believe that we're definitely going to get a TAM striker. I still believe that. I still believe that we'll get a cam midfielder. I think we're fine defensively. I really do. But, hey, more helps. More helps. So, I believe with the squad that Robin Fraser will have as manager, this team will make the playoffs. I do. Is it going to be high on the table? No. Will it be above the wild card? I think barely. I think we'll be 7th place, 8th place, just hosting the wild card or just out of the wild card. But on the good end of out of the wild card, not the bad end. I mean, we've seen that Red Bull just made a run to the MLS Cup out of the 7 seed, so Miami went down, being the 1 seed to the 9 seed. Montreal, I don't think they're much better this year. I really don't. Do I still think they'll probably make the playoffs? I'll have to look at it, but I could see them making the playoffs in reality, but I'll have to really look at that. I still think Toronto is a better manager, and to be fair, I still think Toronto has a better squad, just better, and they're hosting them in the Can Champ first round again, but I don't think Toronto's going to blow it this time. I don't. Not like 2023, which is, funnily enough, the way that made the Can Champ only be one game for us was Montreal at home, prelim round, but I think we'll beat them in that game in April or May, whenever it's scheduled. I think Toronto will beat them at home. I don't think they'll let that happen 2 times in 3 years. Lose to Montreal in the Can Champ 2 times in 3 years. I don't think it'll happen. So I think Toronto will get through. I think they'll play Forge or Halifax, as the draw showed, the next round, one or the other, home and away, and they would still host the second leg either way. I think Toronto would win that, go to the semifinals. We'll see what happens there, and then I think they'll redraw from the quarters to the semis, and then we'll see what happens with the final. But I think Toronto should make the Can Champ final once again, and this year I would say they should win. Vancouver doesn't wow me with a new manager. I can't trust them as far as I can throw them. But I think Toronto should win the Canadian Championship this year, and I think they'll make the playoffs. I really believe that Robin Fraser is a good thing for this club. He's a very good manager. He made Colorado a good team, the best team in the West for a year, and they didn't spend money for him. So I think he could do a good job here. I think Robin Fraser will do a good job here with a team that actually will try to spend, will actually try to help him. I don't see why he wouldn't. He's a very good manager. He's a very talented coach. And he knows how to win with teams that don't give him anything. So a team that actually gives him something or has the possibility to, and it looks like they will, I think they'll do good. I didn't say they'd go far in the playoffs, but Can Champ win and make the playoffs and probably win a round, depending on where. I think that's what this season will be for Toronto. I don't think it'll be anything too crazy, but it'll be back to the playoffs for the first time since 2020. First time in 5 years. The bad days are about to end, is my point. I think the bad days are about to end. I think the dark is going away to a new version of light. The sun is rising, so to speak. The clouds are rolling away. The sun is rising. I think that's the way we could see it. I really believe that. I think this club is primed to do something. I think this club will grow, will do better, have better tactics. I believe in Robin Fraser. I believe in the signings he will make. Yeah. It sucks we're not in Leagues Cup. That sucks. We didn't finish high enough for that last year. Montreal somehow did. But so we only have what? The MLS tickets to CONCACAF and the Can Champ ticket. So like 6 this time, something like that. Cup, Shield, depending on what happens with. So about like 6, yeah, give or take, which is still a lot for a Canadian team comparatively to history, but to get to the Champs Cup but next year. But yeah, I think this team will make the playoffs by the skin of their teeth. This time, they'll be above the line by the skin of their teeth instead of under it. And they'll win the Can Champ. They'll do one better than they did last year in that tournament. So they will play at least 41 matches in my book. That's a good thing. I think they'll do it. That's my belief. I trust Robin Fraser. Should be a good season, I think. I think we'll be happy with how it ends. I don't think they'll be bottom of the league. I don't see why people are saying 15th. Like, the team finished 10th. And honestly, with a better manager, I believe Robin Fraser will get more results out of us than Herdman did. Truthfully. And when they do make their signings, I think that would change. But we'll see. I think people are underestimating them. Not me, but we'll see. With that being said, there you go. I'll see you tomorrow for a live watch-along and review of Monterrey versus Forge FC, the second leg of the Champs Cup tie, even though we know who's going to win it. But it's a Forge game. I still care. I mean, Cruz Azul Real Hope ain't much better tomorrow anyway, so. If it was a game where it actually had a chance to go sideways, I think Forge probably has a better chance of going sideways for Monterrey than Cruz Azul does for Real Hope. Barely any chance, but there's still a chance. With that being said, I'll see you tomorrow. We got Champs Cup ties from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, Miami plays again. Saturday, MLS, Jersey, countdown. Saturday, Sunday, MLS predictions for 2025. There you go. We got a busy week. There you go. I'll see you later. I'm out. Peace.